Okay, start by removing this bracket here, this screw. Unplug the connector here for the cooling unit. And then removing 7 screws to remove the frame of the cooling unit. Just lift the elevator up and remove 2 screws. And now you remove the screw from up here. Okay, in order for us to get to the cooling unit here, there's 3 screws. There's 1 here, 1 and 2. Now, in order to get to that part, in order to take out the cooling unit, we have to remove this tray. So in order for this to get to this tray, we have to remove this panel. So right here, there's a screw. All you do is loosen the screw. Push up and then to the side. And it goes right off. Once you have taken that part out, all you have to do is just disconnect the tray. And pull out the tray. And here now you have access to everything for the cooling unit to work a little bit more easier. Now you have to remove 3 screws. There's 1 here and there's 2 here. So remove the screws. Now you have to remove the top shroud here. So you have to remove this screw here. And this one here. Now, there's also 2 more screws you have to remove right here. This is what holds the thermostat. Don't forget to remove the barrel fan connector. Now, once you have removed those screws, all you have to do is just lift up and pull out towards you. Just wiggle it a little bit and it pops right off. Just be careful when you're pulling it out that no cables get caught. Now, to remove the cooling unit, once you have taken the frame off here, we have to remove this plaque. So this plaque has 3 screws. Plaque comes right off. Now you just remove the tape, carefully removing the tape. Just be careful. Now, we have to remove this track. So you have to remove the screw down here. Once you have done that, all you have to do is push up, push the little button right here to bring the track down. And that's it. Once you have done that, all you have to do is just pull this outward like this and it pops right off. Now, once you have removed the side here, we have to remove this whole part of the cooling unit out so we can get to the relay. Now, be careful here because you're gonna have to lift this part up and then pull this out. So first things first, pull this part out a little bit, then lift this here. pull out gently. Okay? Be careful with the cabling. Just keep pulling gently. Pull it out. You don't have to pull it up all the way, as long as you can see the relay card. Okay? Now, next thing you do is you disconnect this cable right here. This is for the barrel fan. Okay. Now, once we have the cooling unit taken out of the machine, you have to remove this. This is the solid state relay. Now, there's 6 screws. There's one here, and then there's 4. Now, what I would recommend is that you take a picture of it so you'll know where to put the screws back. So let's start. So here you just take out the screws here first. Okay, now you have loosened the solid state relay. Now, here you get a Phillips screwdriver and loosen the screws here inside the little hole. And this cable comes right off. Okay. Now when you're gonna put it back, again, take a picture on how to put the cables back on. So what you do is you first put the black one in here, right here, and you tighten them. Okay. Okay. Now you get this brown one that's connected back here with the red, and all you do is slide it back on into the latch like this. Okay, hold it there, and then you just tighten. Now you get the next brown one, this one right here, that's shortest here, and then you put it into this slot. And all you do is tighten. Now, we're going to replace the single solid state relay back in its position. So you have to get the 2 screws that you had. Okay. Now, once you have the solid state relay put back on, all you have to do is connect the barrel fan connector back to the relay here. And then all we have to do is just slide the cooling unit back in. Now, just be careful when you're sliding it back in. All you have to do is just gently push it in. Now once you have it placed back in, all you have to do is put the screws in to hold down the evaporator. Now we're going to be replacing the top shroud back into the cooling unit. Now, as you can see, there's two notches here, okay? That goes into the back of the bracket. So all you have to do is slide it under here. Now you put in the two screws right here. There's one right here. Now once you put those screws in, we have to connect back also the thermostat. Once you have everything screwed back in, all you have to do is just get the barrel fan connected. Now, once that's done, we're going to be reattaching the side here. So once you put the cooling unit back on and the tower shroud back on, all you have to do is apply this part here. Okay, then you have to apply the tape. Now there's 3 holes here, just line them up. And then we're going to apply the plaque. You're going to apply the track back on, lift it up, okay, screw back in, the screw back to the bottom part here, once you have put back the panel on the side here and the cooling unit back in, we're going to apply the frame to the cooling unit, or to the front. So now all we have to do is put this in like this. Don't push in too far because you need to screw in the screws here on the bottom. So you just have to adjust it again. There you go. And just start putting in the screws. Now once you have that connected, now you can connect the cooling unit back in, okay, and then connect the bracket back on. Now, once you have everything put back, we're gonna put the tray back on. So, get the bottom tray. Now once you have the tray put back on, we have to apply the side panel here. Now once you install the tray back in and you apply the panel on the side, we have to install the panel that goes in the front to cover the evaporator and the barrel fan. Now, once you have everything installed, trays, panel on the bottom, all you have to do is just drop the elevator. Be careful that you don't get the elevator caught on the harness. And we have to apply back the panel here. So all you have to do is just put it on.